personally have ridden both models. So between the models, the bike is way more advanced than the Melee. It's smaller. I'm used to 125s and 250 Supermoto. So the weight is very centralized low, so it's quick moving and easy to control. Very easy to ride. 3 different power modes, so it lets you control your power. So it's a racer's bike. Guy who wants the sharpest edge handling. Leader bike's about power and everything. This thing's about delivering power through the corners, through the canyons, you know, easy. Really it comes down to, it just does everything the rider wants it to do. It's not about sheer horsepower. The way the bike feels is that it feels, when you're sitting on it, because how narrow it is and centralized it feels like a 250 when you're sitting on it. Weight-wise, when you're moving left to right, when you're sitting on it, just moving it left to right, feels like a 1000cc, you know, maybe compared to a Gixxer, but the overall power, how it sounds, everything is, it's cliche, but it's kind of in between a V-twin down low and an inline-4 Scream up top, but a lot of throatier and a lot more bass. So, well, the biggest difference, other than price, obviously, the biggest difference, first off, you catch is the carbon fiber and the Öhlins. But the bike, the factory gets everything somebody that wants to race or that wants all the component for a track day to ever do. The factory is the better choice because Öhlins, suspension, fully adjustable steering head, 3-position, fully adjustable chassis. You can lower and raise the motor depending on the track you're at. You can adjust the swing arm to fight against squat and against your traditional setup. So on the mountain course, if you really want to mess with it, forged wheels over a cast and magnesium cover over aluminum. Pound per pound adjustability. Biggest thing that you can't see other than the wheels is the throttle body actually moves up and down with throttle positioning on the factory. Money against money, 95% people can ride that. The guy who wants more and do track and stuff or race, this one's here. It's only $6,000, but you put all this on that, you're talking $30,000 some R. So it's not, you know.
The value's there to upgrade if that's what you want. Now,
yeah.
have you ridden both of these?
I have. I've ridden this one, the factory this, and the World Superbike setup one.
Okay.
So under track mode, the World Superbike setup one is not for the street. So not for the street. It comes with the full Evolution 6 Akrapovic exhaust, $10,000 ECU. But you get the ECU is the exact same thing Nakano and Biaggi has on the track. Who wants that? Again, the guy who's buying this to race. Yeah. On the street, the suspension makes a big difference. The expansion joint, the sharp edges, it just absorbs it right up. And then when you turn, the wheels take over because they're forged, they're a little lighter than the cast. So automatically you feel it. If you were to jump off this bike and get on this or vice versa.
So does this feel quicker steering?
Yes. Quicker steering, and you can make it even quicker because it's adjustable.
Now, so the standard is not adjustable then?
Non-adjustable chassis. Showa suspension, cast wheels. The only thing that's the same on this bike and this bike is the motor output and the brakes. The best part about this bike, for the guy who already had a Aprilia Melee, this bike is a lot smaller. It's the exact same size as the 125 250, RS 250, but it's an inch more narrow. So it's an amazing bike. It's an amazing bike. This bike can be ridden by somebody coming off a 600, and because it has 3 power settings, you can start on the road mode and then work your way up to the track mode or go instantly track. The ride-by-wire system of power, it's not a ignition timing thing.
Yeah.
It actually changes the whole ECU. The ECU changes the complete mapping of the bike. It's not just retarding certain parts of it, you know, limiting this part. It actually changes the whole entire mapping. So the beauty of it also is that if you put a pipe on it, any Aprilia dealership can just plug it in because there's 4 mappings on this bike already. So you really don't need a power commander or anything. It's ready to roll. Unfortunately, the 4th setting is for the Evolution 6 World Superbike exhaust, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah.
If you're really racing, then you need that, right?
Or if you want the trick look up in the mountain, you know, up at the crest or something, and you want the trickiest looking thing.
Yeah.
You know, so and it does come with a passenger provision and stuff. So
how fun is this to ride?
on a fun factor, I would say right there, as close to 10 as you can get on the street and on the track, because the reach to the bar is really short, so it's really not a torture chamber racking you up in the short mileage. So if you look at the tank, it's close.